Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Frame by Frame, Nikon's very own podcast live here at Exposure Festival here in Sharjah City, where we dive deep into the heart and soul of photography and videography, exploring tips and techniques, insights and stories from renowned photographers all over the globe. Join me as we uncover the magic behind the lens in each episode. Hi, I'm Elle Laine, your host for today's podcast. A little bit about me. I'm a content creator that does both photo and video, and also hair and makeup artist. But guess what? I'm not in the hot seat for today. Joining me live is Dubai's one of the most amazing commercial photographer who does both food and photography and product as well. Maha Zarabian. Maha, how are you and how do you find exposure today?
Hi, Ellie. I'm really glad to see you again.
Of course.
And honestly, this year exposure is amazing. I really like it. And to be honest with you, when it finished for 1 week, I feel I'm depressed. I like to go again to exposure.
Is this your first time in exposure?
No.
How many times have you attended exposure?
2 times.
2 times now.
Yeah,
All
last
right.
year and this year, I have my photo in Photography Society of the Emirates.
Absolutely, I've seen
Yeah.
that. People have lined up fully packed workshop that I saw that you hosted yesterday.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that.
Yeah, it was a workshop about basics of product photography, and I showed them my whole workflow from start to finish. It was about white background photography, and then we done lifestyle shot on the same product. And yeah, it was really good.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I believe you have a live workshop as well with Nikon on March 5,
Yes.
right? Are you going to be doing about the same topic?
Actually, it's about food photography, and I have planned to bring a cake.
Oh,
Yeah.
celebratory. Guys, just to let you know, Maha is having a live workshop here at our Nikon stand at the Trade Hall in Section D. So catch her live on March 5 from 6:30 to 8 p.m. And she's going to be definitely sharing her tips and tricks. Well, with a cake, right?
Yes. It's all about how to have a proper illumination on the cake to show the texture and how we can have a nice setup for the food photography.
Beautiful. So let's get back to introductions, by the way. I need to know your journey in photography. Tell me more about how you started off with food and product photography. Give me a little bit of your history.
Sure. To get to know me better, this is Maha, and I've started my journey in photography since 16 years ago when I bought my first DSLR camera, and it was a Canon camera.
Ooh, okay, where you're in Nikon.
Yeah, yes, but I want to tell you my story how I switched to Nikon. And yes, it was long time ago. I went to Palm to take a photo of Atlantis. And when I finished my shooting, I saw a couple. They were waiting for me to finish my shooting. Then they gave me the camera and they asked me to take a photo. Once I take the camera, I just see, wow, this is so handy. I really like it.
What camera was it?
Yeah, it was Nikon camera.
But do you know what model?
No, I will tell you.
Okay.
Then I start focusing, and I really enjoy working with that camera. And then I just check the model and the camera.
That's how you bought your first camera
yes.
then.
And after 1 month, I bought the same camera. It was D750.
Oh,
Yes, it was very lovely camera, and it was really a helpful friend. And after that, I switched to the mirrorless, and this is my camera, D7 II. And then
when did you
It's all
start?
about-
When did you start photography? How long ago was it then?
as a commercial photographer, it's more than 6 years ago. It's about
Okay.
6 years ago, and I do product and food photography. And
I believe you do 360 as well. That's what you do.
Yes, yeah. Sometimes I do virtual tour,
Okay.
360 photography. Yeah.
All right. So, quick question: what has been your favorite photo so far that you photographed in terms of in terms of product, in terms of food? What has been your favorite one?
I have many photos which I really like, and I can say each photo is like my child, you know. Yeah, I really love them. But maybe I can tell you Honestly, I don't remember which one, but some cosmetic shots. I really like the shadows, and because the cosmetics are beautiful products.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you speak of cosmetics, okay, I can understand the labor of love you put into definitely styling and creating your photo. Do you style and create your own photos as well?
Yes, yes, I do a styling. Yeah.
Okay, so what's your number one tool when you style your photos?
When I want to style, for example, for my food, always I try to use the different compositions, and I try to connect my camera to the computer and see the live view. And yeah, I never use any stylist for my shots, but I really like to try it. But I think I'm stylist also now.
Definitely. Everyone's a stylist when they self-learn it and they start off with their own photography,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Okay, great. So tell me, what Nikon gear do you use for your food and for your product photography?
So this is one of my most favorite lens. This is the Nikon 105 and with f2.8.
Oh, that's
Yeah, this is more than enough for product and food photography.
Absolutely. I can absolutely see that. And that too, you also have, can I see that?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is Z7.
You have the Z lens, you have the S lens as well. So I can
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
how crisp and sharp you get that photos.
Yes, yes.
Tell me more about your camera.
My camera is Z7 II, and
Do you
it's
take
really,
both photos and videos as well?
No,
or just
I'm
one?
not into videography.
Okay, so particularly photos.
Yes, yes, it's only photo, and I have planned to go for Z8. This
Ooh,
is yeah.
I know. Have you tried the Z8?
Yeah, I've tried. Last time when I tried the Z8, it was in the event with very low light situation. And I remember I have many photos with the ISO 2000.
Great.
And when I just
it never
denoised them,
sacrificed it.
it was perfect. My client was very happy. Yeah.
Guys, you can try the Nikon Z8 here live at our booth, and there are continuous workshops that are happening as well, where you can get the ability to try out the Z8, photo shoots that are happening every single day up until March 5. So please come down to our stall and try out the Z8, because we know Maha definitely tried out the Z8, but currently she's here with her baby at the moment, the Nikon Z2, right? The Nikon Z7 II.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Great. Do you know that we have also a check and clean corner that you can get it checked and clean,
Yeah.
basically, right? So if in case you haven't updated the firmware as well, by all means, go ahead and start doing that.
Sure.
All right. So I also want to ask you another question. What do you think is the most important advice that you could give to aspiring food or product photographers to get them started? Tell me an advice on what to carry, basically, like in my bag, or an advice on how to start out in food or product photography.
First of all, the important thing is when you want to start your journey in food or product photography, because and beyond of that, there is money, there's income, and you have very big responsibility about the clients. You have to deliver very high quality photos.
Absolutely.
Then I recommend you invest on the best camera and lenses which you can, even tripod. I always say, I really recommend this because this is game changer for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why always I say, if you don't have enough money now, just wait and save some money and go for the best things.
But we definitely have to continue still shooting and getting yourself
yes,
out there.
yeah.
No, that's true. That's true.
And for the inspiration, every night I have a routine before I sleep. I just scroll Instagram, Pinterest.
Who does it?
Behance, yeah. And I can get the good ideas when I sleep, It affects our mind.
Okay.
And this is my advice.
Definitely. It's such stellar advice, to be honest, because especially when you want to start out, it's not like you can, phone cameras these days they're just being smarter these days.
Yes.
You can take it with anything, but if you really truly want quality and professionalism, you definitely have to invest into cameras like Maha said, right? invest into cameras so that you can definitely shine with these photos, impress your clients, that too, and earn more money, right?
Yes, of course.
All right. How do you find the food and product industry here? Do you find it very competitive, especially as a photographer, as a female photographer
Yeah,
here?
honestly, I want to tell you there are many competitors for portrait photography, but in product, I can say because this is a bit tricky and difficult genre of the photography,
Right.
you can easily work here, and if you deliver the good photos, high quality photos, the client will stick to you.
Definitely. This is what you call brand loyalty and loyalty towards the client and to the photographer.
Exactly.
Maha, I also want to ask you, because this is also a very important subject to talk about lighting, right? What kind of lighting do you use, or do you usually base it off of ambient? Because I know natural lighting is also an option to look into when you take food photography, but when you take product photography as well, what lighting equipment do you have on board?
This is a very good question because many people ask me if we go for continuous light, is it better or not? Or at the first we start with flashlight. I highly recommend flashlights because in product photography or food, sometimes you have a splash photography, sometimes you have this kind of photography which is not possible with continuous light. And I recommend you to go for flash photography. You can do food photography with the ambient light, with the sunlight. You can use some diffusers. But when you are doing your setup, when you see the sun is coming from this side, after 20 minutes, the sun is turning and
Of
the shadows
course.
are changing.
Absolutely. You
Yeah.
have to take into consideration the time of the
Exactly,
day.
and it's out of control after 10 minutes, 5 minutes. But when you have your flashes and everything is under your control, that's the best thing for the commercial.
Do you have a
photography.
favorite lighting setup?
Actually, I use the Godox lights.
Okay.
AD400 Pro, which is one of the best. And yeah, that
Is it
my-
one light system, two light systems when you try to photograph?
Usually
Yep.
for food photography, I use one or two, but for product, more than two lights.
More than
Yeah.
two lights. What's the maximum you've used so far? 10?
Uh,
In a shoot?
No, I remember a maximum was 5 lights.
Okay, maximum of 5 lights. All right.
Special for the products like watch, you have to have proper illumination on different parts of the watch. That's why I use
Absolutely.
5 lights.
Okay. Do you also use those product soft boxes, the ones that come in ready-made, like those photo boxes? Not really.
No, not
Okay.
really. No.
Okay, not really. So you're definitely adventurous and experimenting with different light
Yes,
systems
yes.
as well.
I prefer to make everything at the same time. You know, that is, I think, more professional than the tent for me now.
Okay, great. Any advice as well to those who are watching? How can you collaborate more or get into the industry? How can you enter into the industry as a food photographer or a product photographer? Like work with clients as well.
Okay, if someone wants to start this business from scratch, they have to show their work in the social media. They have to promote themselves, and then the clients will find them and one by one come to you. And then, yeah, when they see you are delivering very high quality photos, they start introducing you to other friends also.
Brilliant. Are you very active on social media?
In Instagram.
In Instagram.
Honestly, yeah, Instagram, I can say.
Okay, great. So to those watching, how can we find you on Instagram? Can you let us know your Instagram handle?
Yeah, this is maha.zarabian.photography.
Perfect, guys. So thank you very much. This actually
Welcome.
ends our episode. Thank you so much for spotlighting this particular one.
Welcome,
And
yeah.
if you've learned any tips, tricks, and techniques, do follow her. Let her know on social media and let her know exactly what great of a job that she's done so far as a female photographer in the industry for food and products. Thank you so much for joining us live in this episode. Please do drop by at our stall in the Nikon stand in Trade Center Block D, all right? And you can definitely get to experience all the cameras on board. Well, not exactly all the cameras, I'm exaggerating. You can definitely experience the Z8, okay? And please do join and experience our workshops live, as well here at the Exposure Festival. So thank you very much and goodbye.